Hi, it's David. Welcome back to the Orangeville Home Prices Report. And I am a full-time realtor in the Orangeville area, and I love giving people information to help them make really good decisions. And so this is what this report is with regards to real estate. Okay, so I do work in the Orangeville area and all the surrounding communities in Dufferin County as well. Now in the report, this is going to be taken with a grain of salt. I'm not sitting down in front of you, but if you were kind of looking over my shoulder and we were looking at some stats with regards to what's going on in real estate, that's basically what we're talking about here. Okay, so what may have sold on the west end of town and what's sold in the downtown core could be very, very two different marketplaces that are going on. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of differences that can happen from property to property with regards to curb appeal, to physically what was done to the property, to the location of the property, whether it's on a corner or it's on a middle or it backs on a ravine, the lot size. There's a lot of these things that contribute to value with a property. Now this graph that you're looking at here, and I've been tracking real estate for many years now, and looking at how things are moving and kind of year over year, and we start to see the same trends over and over and over again. We start kind of building up to this peak in the spring market in April and May. Things kind of start dipping back down again in the summer months, and then again they start picking up in September, October, November type of thing. And these are the normal trends that we see year over year. So sometimes people say, when is the best time to sell? Is it in spring when there's lots of people looking? Well, when there's a lot of people looking, there's also a lot of selection out there as well. So keep that in mind, because depending on when you're selling, you're also buying in that same marketplace. So this here, we talk about, the last 6 months of what's been going on in Orangeville, okay? And, if you want to see really how your property kind of measures up to what's going on in the marketplace, then we can do a pinpoint price analysis of exactly what your home is worth today. And that's something that I'd have to actually see in person, sit down with you and go through everything with you. But so this report here, it just gives you kind of a snapshot into where things stand in the last 6 months. And one of the exciting things that I've noticed at looking at this is we have some strong activity happening. And what I mean by that is when you start seeing numbers in the summertime, 69%, 75%, that there indicates that there's strong demand. It's a seller's market. This is what's happening. Whenever you start seeing sales to new listing ratios down to 20%, it's more of a buyer's market. And then you have that middle ground from 20 to 50. That's more neutral territory. But the exciting thing that I like to see is there was 31 new listings that came out last month. Okay, 34 sold, so 3 more off of our current inventory were taken off on top of that. So over 100% sold that was listed in the month of November. Okay, and what you also see is the reason that I have the average price and median prices, because sometimes you may get like detached homes. It could be a it could be a 1-car garage all the way up to like a 3 or 4-car garage. Okay, so you may get a couple of higher priced selling properties that really may skew the numbers with the average price. But with the median price, it kind of changes. It puts things into more perspective, and it takes those higher listing properties kind of out of the equation and really narrows it down to exactly what's really the value, what's been going on out there. So 357 would be the number for November. So that's very cool. And that's for a detached house. Semi-detached, you start looking at it, and again, we start going through the same things. It doesn't take long to move some of these properties. In the summertime, we had 15 days on the market, 16 days on the market. We've seen kind of the shape of where all these semis kind of sell at. But again, it's you look at four listing, four sold. You know, the average to list is 99. So very, very good numbers, especially for semis also. And then freeholds. Freeholds looks like we had a great month in October, and then things just kind of crashed out a bit and said, wait a minute, didn't have a whole lot of buyers for that time frame. But we held on 30 days to get one of these freehold townhouses moved. And so, at 307, that's kind of where things, shook out at the end of November. So where do we stand from last year? Last month we were looking at 66% sales to new listings. So again, that's more of a seller's market. You also have home median price, 345,000. Average days on market is 50. Okay. So, and then year to date. So what's happened all the way from the beginning to where we stand now? We've had 574 sales, 901 active, and we're about 64% with the sales to new listings. Again, buyer's market, the average sale price, the medium sale price, sale price is 339, right? Average days on market is 98, average selling price, I think I've got those two numbers switched around, is 38 days on the market and 98% of asking. So very, very healthy, very, very cool with what's going on leading into these Christmas months. And then just, again, a little bit kind of about me, but I do a lot of business in the area. I also host a show called the 365 Things to Do in Orangeville. It's a blog that I do, and I talk about all the great things our community has to offer. One thing that you're not going to see is you're not going to see a lot of billboards or bus shelters with my name on it, because that's really not what it's about. It's more about having a great experience like you would have at a restaurant, and then word of mouth just kind of spreads from there. That's really the essence of what I do. I make sure that you have outstanding service all the way through, and then basically you're in a conversation with your friends and family, and my name gets mentioned. It's very humbling, and I'm very grateful for the wonderful clients that I do have, and it's the branding that gets along with how you feel, okay, when you think of me. And so there's lots of ways that I can use my marketing skills to get properties moved, using the Orangeville Daily Homes videos that I do, along with the home prices report. What I like to do is I like to kind of, at any one time, I have people looking to buy a property, and then if I'm able to put them in a home that may not be on the market, which has happened a number of times, these are the things that makes it easier for everybody involved. So I try to be a matchmaker and make these things happen. And like I said, I leverage social media to make things happen as well. And it's all about giving you the service, like the concierge service, making sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. Everything's put together, and it's simple, and it's a piece of cake. Walk in the park, no stress. Nice and simple. And then here, some of the nice things that people have said about us over in the past. And then we have basically the report of the online report. We talk about all the properties that have sold. I list out the links for the last 90 days for properties. You can click on those. And then over here, there's 3 different advantages that you can take of right now. One is the pinpoint price analysis. This is where I'll come and we can sit down at the table, go through your property, and where we think your property would sell, and we can give it to you in writing at that price. The second is a room by room review, and this is more of a where we go from room to room, and we talk about all the things that can add value, things that can make the boat kind of move faster in getting it sold, and then things that really may not want to do, because there's really not a whole lot of value added if you spent that money. And then, like I mentioned before, the silent market, and that's why I like to be a matchmaker and see how I can make connections and with people who are looking to buy and people who are looking to sell, and make these things happen. So that way, again, it's low stress environment. And it's like I said, all this stuff here, we can meet, and it doesn't take long, and it gives you an opportunity to see who I am, and then likewise see how you are as well. Because not everybody is meant to work with just anybody. You have to have that connection with somebody. You have to have the trust, and that's really important, especially in my business. Is I work to earn your trust. So that is it for today, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll be back next month with the next report. Take care. Bye for now.